What's going on, keepers? I'm Kane and this is Noodle, and today we've got some things you might be dying to hear, so stick around and see what we've got to say. What's going on, guys? I guess we're just going to do a little update video today so I can get something put out and we can get you caught up on everything. So I've really been going back and forth with the fish tanks, and I've been talking to my wife about it. And you know, I've come a long way since I first started, and while I love breeding, I'm just not that big time of a breeder. I'm more into enjoying looking at the fish, and here lately I just haven't been enjoying them as much. So I've talked with her and we've spoke about it, and I think what I'm going to do, maybe soon, we'll see how long it takes me, is I'm going to go ahead and break down all of these, and I'm going to put this rack system for sale on Facebook Marketplace. Now, most of these fish I'm probably still going to keep. I don't know about long term, but we'll just have to see how it goes from there. Because I have a few things that I don't necessarily want to hold on to, and I have a few things that I'd like to keep that I don't have. Like, I wouldn't mind getting some trout goodies, or I wouldn't mind doing some cichlids, believe it or not. I feel like some yellow labs and some purple tail ACIs, that'd be pretty sweet. But back to the subject here. So what I'm planning on doing, this is my thoughts for the moment. We're going to see where it goes from here, because you can already tell how quick my mind changes. So I'm going to break down these tanks, disperse these fish evenly across the room where I can, and sell what I can. And then I'm going to put this for sale. Now, from then, I don't know how quick I'm going to move, so don't get in no rush with me. But my long-term goal here is my turtle is starting to grow up on me. And right now, he's doing all right in the 75, but he's going to need bigger. And also, I want to keep my electric blue acara, and I want to keep my shellies. These are some of my favorite fish, but they're also starting to outgrow these 40 gallons. So the thought I've got is I'm going to sell this, and then we're going to work from there. But what I would like to do is I'd like to get two 125 gallons stacked on top of each other. That way I can do the turtle and his goldfish, and maybe like these platies with them. Now I know some of the platies may get picked off by the turtle, but that's just the price you pay to have fish with a turtle. And for the bottom 125, that's where that cichlid tank would really come in nice. And then after that, it would be nice to get, if not one, maybe two triple stacks of the 60 breeders, so that I can keep my electric blue acara and I can keep my shellies. I don't know if I want to hold on to the masked julies or not. We're going to see. I'm thinking I may move them on, but let's just hold tight and see on that one. So there's also another member that we haven't introduced you yet. He was surrendered to me, and he has a name. We didn't plan on having him, but we're going to move forward with him, and he's going to eventually live with the turtle. So let's go over here and talk about him. So this right here is Michelangelo. This is a yellow belly slider. Now, as you can see right away by the side of his face, he's got a abscess growing on him. Now, I built this tank for him. It's a 20 gallon long. He originally had it. But I set him up a little basking area, and we got him a UVA UVB bowl. And he needs surgery done on that thing, on the abscess. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm always going to keep it real with you. I'm not going to pay to take him to the doctor. I didn't ask for this turtle, and I don't have money for vet bills. I know I have a lot of animals, and you should be prepared. And I am. But unfortunately, this turtle was surrendered to me, and that wasn't my plan. But the procedure is very simple. In fact, I've already done the procedure on him once, and it's about half the size that it was. But it started to swell back up some, and I'm concerned that maybe I need to redo the procedure and apply more medication and keep him out of the water so it can't get reinfected so easily. But I have to say, he's been eating very well, and they told me that he wasn't basking before, and he's definitely been basking. So he's doing a lot better. But I want to keep him separate and quarantined from my turtle, until we can get rid of this abscess and get him on a better track. So this is Michelangelo, the yellow belly slider, and he's going to be staying with us. Alright guys, well, I went to a reptile expo today, and I didn't plan on getting anything, but you know how that goes. So we got some new additions here. For starters, we got this male Dalmatian crested gecko. He's a little bit on the thinner side, but we got a pretty good price on him. Now, I couldn't pass up, but no worries there. We'll get him fattened up and in home and loved. And then also, we got this little one right here, and I'm hoping it's a girl. It's too young to call it right now, but it's definitely, we'll go ahead and say she is definitely a little cutie, and we'll hope for the best here. So, a couple of new pickups, new additions to the team. Hopefully a future breeding pair. This one's still got some growing to do, but nice little Dalmatian crested gecko set. Alright, now I know you just saw the video about the crested geckos. We're definitely really excited about them. Well, we've got them set up in some temporary enclosures right now. You can see the male, the adult male right back there. And as we stated before, he was pretty skinny. And I've already seen him eaten twice today, so that's definitely a good sign. And then you can also see the little baby right there on the side. It's kind of tucked in. But anyway, so they're doing really good, and we're super excited about them. We also moved one of our baby geckos that was down here in this tub. So it's vacant at the moment. And we sold it to one of our good friends, Cody. He does a little bit of business with us. Super nice guy. Also, there's another thing I've been keeping a secret from you because, you know, that's what you gotta do. You gotta keep some secrets to keep people on their toes. This is actually something I've collected from our home. So hopefully he doesn't get loose here. But this, well, that is a cricket. But this is a jumping spider right here. Let's see if we can get him to come out. There he is. And he is just a handsome little fellow. I don't know how good you can see him right there, but he is just a cute little dude. And it's a male because I can see the green on his mouth. And he's actually been doing really good for us. I don't know what possessed me to catch him, but I see people keep jumping spiders all the time. And I saw him on the ceiling and I knew what he was, so I was like, hey, why not? He's molted for us once and he's been eating. So, very healthy little jumping spider. We've had him for about a month now, so you guys just haven't noticed in the background. But I guess I'll water a few things here, and then we can talk about some of the things that's going on. If you don't have one of these, and you have some enclosures, get yourself one of these. Let me just tell you, it is a lifesaver. Battery powered, one charge, basically lasts forever. And it's got good pressure. So anyway, everything's been going pretty good in the reptile room. You've already seen that the snakes have been breeding really well. The turtles are doing good. The tegu is doing good. I'm loving my new enclosures. I am having an issue, however, with the tegu. He keeps knocking down his light. So I think he's just bored and rambunctious. I need to find some more enrichment for him, something to do. Maybe if you have a suggestion, just drop it down in the comments. Always here for advice. But other than that, he's been loving his enclosure. All the snakes have been very healthy. They all eat well. Here's something that's pretty cool. So our green bottle blue sapphire actually molted for the first time since we've had her today, which is exciting. I can see before I spray the berm here, if we can just get you a little look at her. She is just big and beautiful as ever. Oh yeah, she's just front and center right here. So we're going to get a close-up of her. Now that leg on the ground, don't be nervous. That's just part of her molt that broke off that I didn't feel like digging out. She is beautiful. You'll see the crickets roaming around in the enclosures. It was feeding day, so everything's ate today. Every single one of the tarantulas ate. All the snakes have been eating every week. I mean, everything is just going off like one after another. It's great. Everything's been doing wonderful. I'm trying to find my key here. You know how it is keeping a reptile room. You can't ever keep anything sorted out. but I'm not sure where that is. So we'll have to find that off camera and then I'll get back to you. All right, well, we found the key and we got the berm sprayed down. So last thing I want to talk to you about, because like I said, we always want to keep it transparent with you, is I actually ran into a mite issue with my snakes. I know, shocking. I believe everybody goes through it. It's no different than getting ick with your fish. And actually, a lot of people that run shows say if you do a lot of shows, you're going to have to fight mites at some point or another. Well, I wasn't trying to keep it a secret from you, but here's the thing. I'd never fought mites before. I've been a fish guy, not a reptile guy. So I didn't want to give advice on something that I don't have any clue about. So I didn't plan on keeping it a secret. I'm always going to keep it real with you guys. But at the same time, I wanted to get this one under my belt before I started telling people what I thought worked the best. And we definitely tried a few methods. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you a few snakes here so that you can get a good idea that we're not telling you anything other than the truth. This is definitely my most sassy girl. So hopefully she'll be good for us here. But you know, you can look all over her. This is a solid white snake. If anything is going to tell if you got a mite, it's going to be a white snake. Now you might see a little bit of dirt on them from the bedding, but I can guarantee you, one thing I have not seen is a single mite since I did this treatment that I'm fixing to tell you about. And we're just going to go ahead and show you a few more snakes right here, so you can actually see a few of the bite marks left behind from where we had the mites. But these guys are just as clean as ever. Not a single sign of a single one, which is important because of what I'm fixing to tell you. Because we actually battled with these for quite a while. See, once again, you can see the red marks right there from where the mites had been biting on them. But as you can see, this solid white snake, there's not a single black speck on it. And another thing that'll tell on you is your water. If you've got mites, you'll find dead mites in your water because the snakes will get in there and try to drown them. Alright, so here's what we did. We tried a few different methods because I'm going to be honest with you, I did not want to go the chemical route. I'm more of a natural kind of guy. I'm not really into medicine as a person. I like to go natural if I can. I'm not one of those people that's against it, but I think it's good for your body and health if you can go naturally. So with that said, we tried the dawn baths. We gave all of our snakes dawn baths, and I'm not talking one time, I'm talking every single snake for days. We've bathed these snakes. We got them out, we swished them, we made sure the right amount of soap was in there. We checked them, we heated the water so that they could stay in the water for days at a time, which is kind of uncomfortable if you love your snakes. That didn't work out. They would always come back because they lay eggs, and when the eggs hatch, you got round two. And it's just almost hard to catch them right in the middle. Alright, number 2, predatory mites. You may or may not have heard of them, but there is a mite called a predatory mite. Now in the UK it's called a Taurus mite, but we don't have Taurus mites here in the US. But we do have a predatory mite. You can buy it on Amazon. A lot of people sell them for plants, and some people swear by it, so I thought this is awesome. I can just set these mites loose and they're going to attack all the mites and get rid of them. We tried once, twice, 3 times we ordered these predatory mites, waited for weeks, nothing. Every container showed up, no life to be seen. I dumped it out, I gave them time, nothing. So finally, we're getting desperate at this point. I don't really want to go the prevent-a-mite route. I've heard too many bad things. I know a lot of breeders swear by it, but to me, something that you can't touch your snake to because it's too deadly, it's just kind of iffy for me, you know. I wouldn't want a chemical that's going to kill me if I touch it and I'm going to hover it over my head. Nothing against prevent-a-mite, but I just didn't want to try it. Now I'd heard of the dog spray. Now the one got discontinued that most everybody used, and so I was kind of back to the drawing board again. But we ended up finding there's another brand, Direct Protect Plus. We got this on Amazon. It's for dogs. I know. People are going to say, that's not for snakes, it's for dogs. Well, you know, none of it's really made for animals. It's just chemicals strong enough to kill something but not kill the animal. That's all it is at the end of the day. This we spray directly on our hands with gloves, and then we wipe it on the snake. And it's supposed to soak in, and when the mite comes back to bite them, it kills the mite. Kind of like the pills you give your dog for ticks. So we did this one treatment, one time, never seen a mite again. Not a single sign of it. So I know some people are going to say, well, it was discontinued for a reason. Well, it's a chemical. Well, you shouldn't spray it on your snakes. Well, look, we tried to do the best things we could first. And we tried this one single application. No issues. All we did was put on some gloves, spray it on the gloves, rub your snake down, try to remove it from, or try not to get it in the eyes and the mouth, and take the water out for 24 hours until it can dissolve, kind of like alcohol, and then put it back. Nothing. Never a mite again. I tell you, people have got their ways at work, and do what works for you. Don't go by my advice. I'm just a guy out here trying stuff. But that's what I do. I try and see what works for me. And I tried this, and it worked in one time, so I'm not going to look for another solution. So anyway, that's a long-winded way of me telling you, everybody has issues, guys. Everybody fights problems. Don't let it break you down. Don't let it stop you. And don't be ashamed of your problems either, because even the pros have them, trust me. But we found a solution for us, and we're mite-free and as happy as ever. Alright everyone, well as always, I hope you enjoyed that video. And I know it wasn't nothing that secret, but you know, sometimes you just gotta play the clickbait game. But anyway, you know there's no secrets between us, and I'll always keep it real with you. But I just thought I'd kind of put this all in one video and get some updates out there so I can stay in tune with y'all. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And as always, remember, your hobby can bring you joy, but only Jesus can bring you peace. I hope to see you guys in the next one.